Here's a connection that's increasingly recognized as crucial: the gut-brain axis and its impact on brain metabolism. Your gut isn't just a digestion tube. It's a complex metabolic organ that influences inflammation, nutrient absorption, immune function, and signaling throughout the body. And emerging evidence suggests that gut health significantly affects NAD+ availability and utilization in the brain. Let me explain several mechanisms. First, the gut is where NAD+ precursors from food are absorbed. Niacin, tryptophan, and other nutrients must cross the intestinal barrier into the bloodstream to eventually reach the brain. If the gut lining is damaged from chronic inflammation, dysbiosis, or disease, nutrient absorption becomes impaired. You could be eating plenty of NAD+ precursors but absorbing only a fraction of them. Second, the gut microbiome itself can synthesize or consume NAD+ precursors. Some gut bacteria produce B vitamins, including forms of niacin. Other bacteria consume these vitamins for their own metabolism. The balance of your gut microbial community affects the net availability of NAD+ building blocks from your diet. A healthy, diverse microbiome might enhance NAD+ precursor availability. A disrupted microbiome might deplete it. Third, the gut is a major source of systemic inflammation. When the gut barrier becomes permeable, leaky gut, in popular parlance, bacterial components and food antigens can leak into circulation, triggering immune responses. This inflammation activates CD38 and other enzymes that consume NAD+ rapidly. Chronic gut inflammation creates a constant drain on whole-body NAD+ levels, including in the brain. Fourth, the gut produces metabolites and signals that affect brain metabolism directly. Short-chain fatty acids produced by gut bacteria can influence brain energy metabolism and neuroinflammation. Gut-derived signals affect the vagus nerve and systemic cytokine levels, both of which influence brain function. A healthy gut environment supports healthy brain metabolism through these communication pathways. The positive perspective is that gut health is modifiable through diet, and potentially quite rapidly. Foods that support gut health, fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, kimchi, and sauerkraut, prebiotic fibers from vegetables, fruits, and whole grains, adequate hydration, limited processed foods and artificial additives, can improve gut barrier function, enhance microbiome diversity, and reduce gut-sourced inflammation. When gut health improves, NAD+ precursor absorption might improve. Gut-driven systemic inflammation might decline, reducing NAD+ consumption. The microbiome might produce more B vitamins. All of this could potentially enhance NAD+ availability for the brain, even without increasing dietary intake of NAD+ precursors. You're improving utilization of what you're already eating. There's growing evidence linking gut health to cognitive outcomes. Probiotic interventions have shown modest cognitive benefits in some studies. Mediterranean diets, which support gut health through fiber and plant diversity, are associated with better cognitive aging. While we can't prove these effects work specifically through NAD+ pathways, the biological logic is plausible. But now, substantial caution and negative analysis. The gut-brain NAD+ connection, while biologically plausible, is not well established in rigorous human studies. Most evidence comes from animal research or small preliminary human trials. We're making educated inferences, not citing proven causal chains. The gut influences brain health through dozens of mechanisms. Isolating NAD+ availability as the primary pathway is speculative. Second, gut health problems are often symptoms of broader metabolic dysfunction rather than isolated issues. Someone with chronic gut inflammation likely also has systemic inflammation, metabolic disease, poor diet quality, and other problems. Fixing the gut alone won't necessarily reverse the brain's energy crisis if multiple other systems are also failing. Third, the probiotic and gut health supplement industry is full of wild claims and poor quality products. Most probiotic supplements haven't been rigorously tested for cognitive benefits. Gut healing protocols promoted online are often not evidence-based and can be expensive, restrictive, or even harmful. Just because gut health matters doesn't mean every gut-targeted intervention is worthwhile. There's also individual variation in gut microbiomes and gut-brain communication that makes universal recommendations difficult. What improves gut health for one person might not help another. Some people tolerate fermented foods well. Others experience bloating and discomfort. Some gut bacteria are beneficial for most people. Others might be problematic depending on individual metabolism and genetics. We should also be cautious about over-medicalizing normal digestion. Not every instance of bloating or irregular bowel movements indicates serious gut dysfunction requiring intervention. The gut is resilient and adaptive, and many minor symptoms resolve on their own with basic healthy eating. Obsessing over gut health can sometimes create more anxiety than actual improvement. Furthermore, severely damaged gut barriers, from conditions like inflammatory bowel disease or celiac disease, require medical treatment, not just dietary changes. If someone has serious gut pathology, dietary gut health strategies are supportive at best, not curative. They need proper medical diagnosis and treatment. What's the reasonable conclusion? Gut health probably does influence brain NAD+ availability through absorption, microbiome metabolism, and systemic inflammation. Supporting gut health through whole food-based dietary patterns, plenty of fiber, fermented foods in moderation, limited processed foods, adequate hydration, makes sense as part of comprehensive metabolic support for brain health. But this is one piece of a larger puzzle, not a magic solution. Focus on basic gut health through diet quality rather than expensive supplements or extreme protocols. If you have serious gut symptoms, seek medical evaluation. And maintain perspective: gut health matters, but it's integrated with overall metabolic health, not separate from it. The goal is a healthy body system that supports healthy brain metabolism, including optimal NAD+ availability and utilization.